As an intelligent species, it makes little compassionate sense why we destroy the family environs. These small units are strong when they can stay together, and it turns out that children are better at forming and maintaining relationships when they can bond with others naturally, with people of any age, race, or wealth. School suggests, if not forces, same-age peers together, with hardly any crossing over between the classes, and that is but one downfall of an outdated education system. So what have we benefited personally from choosing a life of homeschooling our child? Adventure and travel. Without ties to the 9-to-5 school or workplace, kids are allowed to learn other important life skills from a young age. We go to the market and buy fresh produce and locally grown and harvested meat from real people. Depending on the weather, we go on long hikes in nature, we have slower days of crafting at home, and we watch movies together. We have spent a month in Paris, visiting every playground in the city. We have homesteaded in Hungary, raised animals, harvested wild garlic from the hills, and now we are sledding together in our snow-covered northern Romanian home village. Always wandering on the other side of the fence, where there are more trees than people, our family has intentionally chosen to live in other ways, with different guiding principles than how we were raised. Homeschooling, unschooling, worldschooling are all similar words that sum up what we like to call self-led learning. My husband and I both grew up in public education. We went 5 days a week, sometimes 6, for 17 years, having new teachers every year and tests made to measure our performance. When our homeschooled 6-year-old daughter demands in her sweetest voice possible, "Tell me about your childhood. What happened when you were 10 years old?" we always have to stop and think, not because we can't remember some random event, but because we need to relate that experience we are trying to recall based on what grade we were in school. We remember on societal terms, not on nature's measures, or our location in the universe. There is no curriculum in life. When we are ready, we are ready, and if we aren't, we are not necessarily left behind. It's more akin to missing a bus or a business meeting, but catch the next one when we are better prepared. Learning is so personal, yet in school, we must all learn at once and try to not let any kid fall behind. The slow ones struggle, the smart ones are bored, and mostly kids, particularly of a young age, just want to go outside or back home to be with the people and the things they love. Second is control over topics, food choices, clothing, and school supplies. While these may not seem like big things, in fact, they are really important issues. With gluten and A1 dairy sensitivities in our family, it's difficult to know what is in your school lunch. In favor of our health, we have given up refined white sugar 5 years ago, and as minimalists, we have tiny wardrobes which we try to fill up only with sustainable fabrics. Next is happiness. We are grateful for all the moments that we have to spend together. We laugh, we play, we converse, whether we are on a train traveling across Europe or sitting right at home. Last is passion. Our daughter loves to draw, and some days she produces 10 drawings. And she likes to finish each one in her own time, as we all do when we are passionate about what we are doing. Kids are learning as they are playing and living. When they buy something at a store, they need to pay the right amount or get change back. But in any case, they are learning math. When they are building forts, they are learning physics and construction methods, developing their sense of aesthetics. When they are helping to forage for wild plants, they are learning to identify what is native and what isn't, giving closer observation to their immediate environment. The importance in this is that young people start to feel a sense of nurturing their love for flora and fauna all over the world, for without this loving compassion, we cannot survive. So how can you embrace the change in education and start unschooling or homeschooling your child? Read up and understand how young the concept of school is and why it's so widely enforced. Then meet up with other homeschoolers and world schoolers in your area. Chances are they're out there, and you've just never crossed paths before. Once you have your feet wet, let the child lead and see where their journey will take them.